everyone. Hey, you know how it is. You sit down to do a Facebook Live and somebody outside starts mowing their lawn. Anyway, I am here to talk to you about Facebook author pages. And the reason it's been going through my mind is, one, it's been a question in the group on and off. It's kind of a common and constant concern, like, what the heck do I do with these? And also because in the All Writers Welcome Academy, I've been working on the Facebook module, which is going to include Facebook pages, Facebook groups, building your Facebook launch team, all these fun things. And so I've been working on that module. And so I thought, well, you know what? Yay, April! Okay, so I thought, you know what? Let me do a bit about Facebook author pages. I had done one a little while ago, but this one we're going to go in a little bit deeper dive with some more ideas for you guys about how to effectively use your Facebook author pages. So just so you know, you can go ahead and put any questions below. They show up on the side for me. So if you have any questions, otherwise I am going to get going, and at the end I'll answer the questions. So the first thing with your Facebook author pages is this is a marketing strategy, a tactic. It's just like the basis of marketing. You have to imagine why people are coming to your page. Like, what do they want? When you go to an author page, what is it that you want as a reader? So you have to get out of your, like, it's my book, it's my page, it's all about me. And you have to, hi, Carrie. You have to say, what is it that somebody is looking for when they're browsing Facebook, going to Facebook author pages? So you have to think out of your own self and go into the mind of the people who are your audience. Sorry, that's my kitty. There's Whiskey. Okay. So that's the first thing. Now, your Facebook author page is different than a Facebook group. And I want to talk a little bit about groups, but I'm going to do that next week in next week's live. So in the group is a different thing. Facebook author page is a place for you to communicate with your fans and a place for your fans to communicate with you. So think of it as like if somebody, like if you were writing back and forth emails or writing back and forth letters, like old school. You know, you're writing back and forth. You have this ability to communicate. It's not necessarily somebody that you're writing back and forth with all the time necessarily, but you're like, hey, we've got a communications going. They're interested in hearing what you have to say, but it's not like spammy. It's like, hey, what's going on with you? Oh yeah, that's what's going on with you. Okay. So that's the purpose of the Facebook author page. It is not to sell to people. Like I said in the last video, and I'm going to probably repeat it a while, Facebook is a place that people go to socialize, and I didn't mention this in the last one, but it's also for entertainment. So if you have entertainment and socializing on your Facebook page, that's what people are coming to you for. So when you start posting things, think about that. Think about they want socializing, they want to build relationships, they want to be entertained, or some kind of information. And so think from their perspective, when you're posting, is this something that offers them one of those things? Okay, now you're trying to reach out to your fans and your potential fans, and who those are going to be are your readers and most likely your fellow authors. So that's kind of who your audience is, especially when you're first starting. Okay, so I'm going to go through like five tips of getting started with your Facebook author page. And while I'm doing that, I will answer I'll answer your question. So when you're making your Facebook author page, I want you to use your name. Don't use your series name or your book's title. Now, I met a guy, I talked to one of these authors. He's a fairly successful self-published author, and he had done his series name for his page. And now he's done with that series, though. He's on another series, but he has enough people that have liked his page that he can't update it. Like, he can't like change it to now his author name. So I would you make sure to use your author name. April, author or writer. I don't think it matters. Facebook has a I think they have a I'm going to answer that again when I double check, but I think I have author on mine. And I think they actually have a Facebook page like author template. So you can say, you know, like when you say like, is this a business? Is this a nonprofit? Is this a page for a business? Is this a page for a nonprofit? Is this a page for an author? And I think they have an author one. So just do that one. But do not use your series name or your title name for your Facebook page. Just use your author name. Okay. And the second tip is if you have a website already, try to make your Facebook art and colors and theme and vibe the same as your website. Because what you're doing is you're creating a consistent brand. So in the All Writers Welcome, we try to have in our Facebook stuff, we have that blue fence in the background with like posted notices for you guys. That's our brand for you guys. So when you go to our website, it's the same brand. allwriterswelcome.com has the same blue fence with, you know, things posted on it. So when you make your Facebook cover art, it doesn't have to be identical. Ours is identical, but we're not an author. We're a writing group. But if you can, make it in kind of the same theme, this kind of the same vibe from your website to your author page. And if you're starting with your author page, just pick what you like. And then when you build your website, make it consistent. Number 3. I have my notes down here. That's why I'm okay. Number 3, make it really easy to identify what your page is about. Like, make it really easy. Like, oh, this person writes about dragons because there's dragons in the cover art, or there's a pinned post about dragons, or instead of her face in her profile picture, it's a dragon, you know, like, or a book with dragons. Like, make it really, really, really obvious. Don't make people try to have to think about what it is that you write about. Like, don't make people work too hard. There's a ton of things trying to grab people's attention right now. And so go ahead and make it really easy for them to be like, oh, I love dragons. I want to follow this person. I like dragons and I like reading about dragons. So I'm going to like this person. Don't make them have to try to be like, what? It can be fun to be clever, but, obvious and clever, like extra obvious and clever, or maybe there's other avenues to be clever at. So that's my tip number 3. Tip number 4. I'm going to get to these questions. I promise. I'm going to go through my tips and then I'm going to get to the questions. Thank you guys. Okay. Tip number 4 is make it really, really easy to contact you. So, Facebook does make it pretty easy because you just have to click message and it'll go. One, you want to have a really quick response if possible to your messages, because then Facebook's like, this person replies really, really quickly, and you get that kind of going for you. But I want to take it a step further, especially if people have not read your book yet or you haven't published yet, and actually put an invitation on your Facebook page to ask people to contact you. Because this is, again, about building relationships. And I'm going to say this, one person who's like a super duper fan is worth like a dozen kind of casual likes. So if you can build a relationship and actually open a conversation with somebody who becomes a super duper fan, that is totally worthwhile. So one thing you could do is, I don't know, have a pinned post that's like, want to know more about dragons? I'm going to use this dragon things because I really like dragons, but like, want to be named after a dragon in my book? Send me a message, like something. You'll know what it is for you, or start brainstorming ideas. Like, why would people want to contact me? Like, you have to get into the mind of the person who's showing up on your page and saying, well, why do they want to spend their time on me? Like, what is it about me that they want to spend their time on? And so that's what you're going to want to think about and actually give them an invitation. Give them a reason to spend time chatting with you. Okay? Let's see. I've got one more tip. Tip number 5 is start getting people to like your page. Okay, all done. That's the end of the tips. Just kidding. That's like the whole, that's the thing. That's the hardest part, is starting to get likes. But before I go into that, there's a lot of questions and they're kind of scrolling by, so I don't want to miss them. So I'm going to answer some questions and then go back to the how do you start getting likes, because that's like the hardest part. Okay. Okay. Let's see. How do you mix genres on your Facebook page? I've got romantic suspense and shifter novels now. Well, Carrie, are you writing those both under your one name? Because I recommend if my first thought is to have 2 different author names, and to have one of them just be for romantic suspense and the other one just be for shifter novels. That's my first thought, is to have 2 Facebook pages. And it seems like a lot to manage, but in the All Writers Welcome Academy, I'm going to give some tips about how to manage Facebook pages in a way that's not too difficult. So that's my first tip, is to actually have a pen name. Sorry, or different, or maybe initials for one, and have 2 separate Facebook pages. Or make your cover art have like a line down the middle and be like romantic suspense on this side, shifter novels on this side, and just be like, hey, this is all me. And but make it super obvious so people know. And then maybe you'll get some crossover. That actually is not a bad idea either. So yeah, because I read more shifter novels than romantic suspense, but I'm not opposed to, especially if I really like the author. So yeah, just have 2 and do posts about each. Maybe you have like super duper love fans. Okay, another question. Shauna, can you use your pen name? Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I'm probably going to end up having like 2 or 3 because I'm doing what I just told you guys about. I'm going to have one for one type of fiction, one for another type of fiction. I'm going to have a few Facebook things going on because I like Facebook. It's easiest for me to use because I get to meet and talk with people like you guys who I love. Tessa, I think I maybe answered your questions when I answered Carrie's questions. If your genres are like not at all crossover, like you're like, oh, I write literary historical fiction over here and then I write erotica over here, I would absolutely have 2 separate Facebook pages. But if there's a bit of crossover, I would just be like, I would do a halfsies. I would do a halfsies cover art. I'd be like, this one's this, this one's this. I do both because I'm awesome. Let's see. Megan. Megan has told us how to make your Facebook author page. Now I go through that step by. Thank you, Megan. You're so awesome. Okay, so go ahead and look at her comment. And I also, in the All Writers Welcome Academy, will be going through step by step how to set up your Facebook author page and make cool art and do cool fun stuff like that. But just, it's not ridiculously difficult. You can do it like Megan just wrote 1 paragraph and that's how you do it. Okay. Good job, you guys. Okay. Now we're going back to, I think I got most of the questions. So now we're going back to how to start getting the likes to your author page, because that's the hardest part. So the first thing, there's like, I'm going to give you a few tips here, and it's not all the tips, but it's a few really good ones. Okay. So and I gave this one the last time, but it's a really good one. Start reviewing the books of other authors in your genre and posting it on your page and tagging those authors. Then go back to that other author's page and share your post on their page. Like, I loved your book. I wrote a review about it. It's awesome. Thank you. Woo! Then actually send them a message, like a PM message, and say, I sent you a message because I'm so happy. Send them a message and actually open that conversation with them. Because like I said, the people who are going to like your page are readers and other authors. Like those are the people who are going to like your page. And you want the other authors and the readers to be people in your genre or people who read your genre. And guess what? Most authors are also readers. So if you can start a conversation with another author that you enjoy, then you've already got some momentum. You're already starting to build relationships. And I think coming up, I'm going to do a bit about, I need to take a note right now, about how don't measure your success by how many likes you have. Measure your success by how many relationships you're building. And relationships take more time than a button click. You know, it takes more time. Measure by relationships. Because like I was saying, one good conversation and relationship is worth a dozen or 100 or whatever, just casual click, and then you never see them again. Okay, another way is to like and follow those same other authors. So I would choose like at least 10 or 20 authors that you really, really like in your genre and start follow their pages, see their stuff first. And whenever they have a book come out, share the heck out of it. Like, this so-and-so's got it. Or whenever they're doing a freebie or a promotion, be like, this so-and-so's got a freebie. I love it so much. It's so great. And then go back and connect with them and start a conversation. And share it to other groups, not even just your own Facebook page. Share it to other groups. Like, just give, super generous, because as you start giving, people are going to notice and they're going to want to come to your page to find out. Because here's the secret. People who go to Facebook pages to like, they want to read your books. Like, if they come to your Facebook author page because they like your book, they want to read your books. But guess what? You can only write so fast. So they're also looking for other books that are similar to your books. And so if you can start providing that value for them, they're going to spend a good amount of time on your page. Another way that you can get people to like your page is to write a provocative or helpful post, like a pretty lengthy provocative or helpful post, and post it into other writers groups. And I would say it should be something in your genre. Like, again, if you're writing about dragons, like, write this thoughtful, provocative post about, the difference between, Western dragons and Asian dragons, and do dragons have scales, or do they have like a leathery, like, snake skin or whatever. Like, write some kind of post that gets people talking. They're like, whoa, I've often wondered about this. And then private message the people who respond to your post. Like, start building relationships. This is not a strategy for just like, maybe like, except from your, yes, Shauna, a good thing is, an excerpt from your novel, but something provocative, because something provocative that makes people think. Excerpts from your novel are good on your page, but to get people to like your page beforehand, start building relationships and then invite them to read an excerpt from your novel. Unless your excerpt is just like, well, and it probably is. It probably is, Shauna. I know you. So if you have this crazy excerpt, like, I love Jane and Eve and Jane Washington did like a 1-paragraph excerpt from their novel, and it said the word nipples in it like 4 times, and I was like, I love this. I'm like, this is provocative because it says nipples. Okay. So yeah. One more thing that Randy actually did in this group, Randy Smith did in this group to get likes onto his page, and I thought that it was brilliant, is he started a post for people who, he was like, you guys, I only want people on this post who write paranormal thriller genre, like young adult paranormal thrillers, I believe. And so then he started building like his own little like launch team. Now he's, you know, of people who are in his same genre who are also new writers just like you guys. And so he did that. And so now he has like, he's starting building those relationships. Now the next step is to build those relationships and get to know them a little bit. You know, start sharing their stuff, start saying, oh, what do you write? Like there's actual relationship building involved. That's like the people that we care about are the ones that we want to help. And so they have to know you to care about you. But I thought that was really, really smart. And that's something that you could do in a lot of writer groups, not even just All Writers Welcome. This is going a little bit longer than I thought, but I had some really good tips and I'm really glad to answer your guys' questions. If you want some more ideas about what to post on your Facebook author page, whether you've already done it, whether you've already created it, whether you've already published, whether you haven't published, there's actually a resource at allwriterswelcome.com/FB page, which is obviously for Facebook page, but so it's allwriterswelcome.com/FB page. And now you can get a resource with, I think, you know, at least over 10 different ideas of things to post. And I don't think it even has these ones that I included here. It's additional things that you can post about on your page in case you're having a hard time coming up with ideas. If you want to know more about the All Writers Welcome Academy, and I'm going to start calling it the Academy because All Writers Welcome is a mouthful. So if you want to find more about the Yay! I don't know what happened, but if you want to find more about the Academy, type more into the comments, M-O-R-E. And we will reach out to you with more information. So if you want to know more about the Academy that we're opening, and so we're going to have a number of modules, but the one I'm working on right now is the Facebook module, which again will include Facebook author page, Facebook groups, Facebook, how to build your Facebook launch team, how to make your Facebook page, doing Facebook art. All these kind of things are going to be included in the module, and we're starting, and that's going to be in the Academy coming up. I'm working on it, and we'll start adding content to it this week. So if you want to know more about it, go ahead and put more in the comments, and either Megan or I will reach out to you and get you some more information about what it is that we are creating. So thank you guys. I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, share it, like it, you know, say helpful or whatever. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'm sending you love and hugs and joyous creativity so that you can be writing like fiends. Okay. I will talk to you later. Bye.